Today I'm going to recreate the trailer for Poppy PlayTime 4 inside Minecraft. There's very little time left for the game to launch and I'm really excited to play it. So far, we already know some characters that will appear, like the nightmare creatures, pianosaurs, and in this trailer that I'm making today, Yarnaby. This is the official trailer, and if we go to Mob Games channel, we can see it starts like this. It's like an elevator going down. I think it might be a continuation from where we stopped in 3. I don't know. In this case, the first part of the trailer will be quite easy to make, which is just the elevator itself. I'll create a base here, and this is where the elevator will be. Perfect. Inside, there are some details like iron and decorations in this style. Pull this up, for example. Cool. Now I'll place this here, and I added some models here that match the elevator's decoration. In this case, they're attached iron pieces. I think this is a good pattern. I just need to copy this upward a few times. Look at this. Just copy this upward a few times, and it's perfect. I'll come here to the scenes, and in this part, I'll add a replay, place this elevator base, and create a keyframe to position it neatly. Here, cool, rotate a bit, and okay, like this. Now I'll move this up to where the elevator base will be. In the other keyframe, it will descend down. The first recording is ready, I just need to position myself up here and pretend I'm descending the elevator looking around in this case. We can see that right after descending the elevator, it's as if our character falls into a storage room. They look around, see some boxes, and walk forward a bit. I'll build something like a storage room here. Create a place for the items here inside. Cool. The door will be a stone entrance, more or less in this format. In the mod, I'll use this to make it rise. And here too, I'll just randomize the stones a bit so it's not all the same because it's kind of asymmetrical. Neatly done, it's meant to be like an abandoned place. Cool. Here on the floor, we can use this. It's a stone block that will be 1 pixel below, but it will look neat. Obviously, we need to decorate inside to look like an old storage room, right? In this case, we'll fix it with boxes, etc. Like this. Perfect. The ceiling, I think I'll use this block here. It will look cool. Then I'll decorate it some more to make it like a storage room, similar to what's in the game. That's it. 2 scenarios are already ready. The elevator part and right after it falls here. So I'll make the scene. I'll do the following. Create a new scene here and a normal stationary camera. Then I'll add my character and press record as if I'm falling, walking, looking around, and moving forward. That's the recording. I'll stop it. Now I can come here and create a camera that follows my character. Look at this. I literally have a camera that mimics my movements. It's just a bit buggy here because I need to adjust the height slightly. Like this. Look, it falls, looks to one side, then the other, and moves forward. Obviously, I'll add some shaders, make it nighttime with a much darker atmosphere, just like the game, but I'll show you the result later. Let's make the next scene, and I'll give you a sneak peek of how this trailer is shaping up. Okay, the next scenes I'll do 3 at once because they're quite simple scenarios, and one of them I can reuse. One of them, for example, has a red light and a shadow of a person passing behind a box. Then moving toward a place labeled caves with a C to the right, a simple to make scenario. The third is like a cave with spikes and a pipe in the background with someone passing through, which is also easy to create. The scene with the shadow, I'll reuse this scenario. Because I looked here, if we zoom in on this part, rotate the camera a bit, the scenario looks almost the same. The only thing I'll need to add is the shadow of someone passing behind the box. How will I do that? First, I come here, activate the game's lighting, go to the settings, and change the light color to completely red. Look at what happens. All the light back here turns red. Then, I just stay still and make a recording. Trust me, this recording will work. Cool? Jake, but there's no shadow passing here. Hold on, you saw it, right? There wasn't a shadow. But now look at the result. See? There's literally a shadow passing there. I added that in editing, but I think the result is cool. So among these 3 scenes, the first one is ready. The next scenario will also be easy to make. That's why I decided to do 3 at once since it's something I found simple. I'll come here and there are some copper wires running along the side. Of course, I'll create this with T-Zoom beats because it looks nicer and is also easier. Like this, perfect. I think I can add one more and also add a sign that says Caves 1C, like in the trailer. Here, pull it over, cool. There's a place to swipe a card, I think. Maybe it's for swiping a card or scanning a toy. Not sure exactly what it's supposed to be. Cool, perfect. I added a few more details and it looks great. Now we just need to position the camera more or less where this part is, which is right in the corner, and of course add the shaders to make it look nice. Now for the next scene of these 3 that I separated, it's a cave. So I built a kind of hole to simulate the cave. Obviously the cave turned out nice, but it's missing a few details. I set aside some models here, like a bent pipe, a support here, and another on the side. Cool, like this. On top, I'll place the spikes. Like I said, it's simple to make, but when you zoom in and focus on a specific spot, Look at this. It creates a very pretty scenario. Now, I just need to add my character walking, which will also be easy. Let me go back here, create a new scene, place the camera where I mentioned it would look good, like a drone, pull it up, zoom out, zoom in, rotate it a bit, here, cool. Now, I'll add the replay, perfect. I come with my character, press record, transform into him, and start walking. Obviously, it's a fake scenario and all, there's nothing behind it. Well, these 3 scenes I said I'd make together are ready. I'll give you a spoiler of how the trailer is turning out so far. Starting from the elevator part, it goes down, then the elevator descends, then we find an abandoned storage room, the shadow of a man appears in the red light, the path through cave 1C, and then it enters the cave. The next 2 scenes I'll create now will be a bit harder. I chose 2 because they kind of happen in a similar place, which is like a mountain of old toys, a toy dump, mountains like that. Then I started building the part where the toy dump is. Since there won't be any lighting and it's going to be a dark place, I used black stone to create the mountains. Then I'll just add a few smiling creatures lying around. Okay, I know it doesn't make much sense, but look, if we stop at the position I want, which is more or less this one for the video, and add the lighting, look, the mountains don't even appear. They're more like fake mountains, just to look good in the video. In the Pop Playtime trailer, the lighting is very dark, so I set aside some smiling creatures to place lying around. Look, I put a Bunzo Banny here, one lying down, this one sitting here, a hug spammed on the ground, and I kept filling the scenario with more toys until it was packed. Perfect. From the camera's perspective, it will look more or less like this. It will seem like a junkyard full of toys, but in reality, there are just a few. And up here, I'll place this pipe because it's the one that passes over the top. As I mentioned, after this scene, there's another that's very similar. The difference is that in the background, there's a square with a target symbol, for example. Since the toy part is ready, now I'll create another mountain, but this time with a target in the background. For this mountain, I also used black stone to simulate shadows. Now I just need to add that target up there. Let me add the final details here. In this part, there's a fence. It's about here that the circle is located. Add it like this. And the pipe goes here at the top. Perfect. Wait, I still need to add a fence on the side here. There we go. Cool. Just to keep this angle more or less. Oh, the color is wrong too. The light behind it is white. Like this. Perfect. For this scene, my character will just appear walking in the background. Have him enter here. You won't see the mess in the back, all the fake mountains, but that's fine. The scene with the toy junkyard turned out nice. To wrap things up quickly, now I'll make 3 more parts at once. There's a scene where several small scenarios appear. I'll show you how it is. The scenario moves to the right, and 3 little doors appear. After that, Catnap is shown walking, and Yarnaby crushes him with his paw. Finally, there's a scene filled with televisions, like the lobby of a waiting room. There's a TV with an eye, and then it turns around, revealing Yarnaby's first appearance. Let's start with our second to last scene, the one with the 4-door room. I'll create a layout here and divide it into 3 parts. One abandoned, one with a closed door, and one with an open door. Look, it's ready. It's not well decorated, but you can see the 3 sections forming. Here will be the broken down section, here the closed door, and here the open door, like a cell or prison. I'll start adding some models of broken items. In this part, I know there's an X, kind of blocking the entrance, as if entry is forbidden. You can see it's the most broken door, and it seems like there's some kind of energy thing in the back, so it looks like entering is prohibited. We don't know the game's lore yet since it hasn't been released, so I'm just guessing. It's just a theory. I'll make the X with these X-wing beats. Okay, they'll meet in the middle, a little X, then pass over here. Now I need to make the 2 doors with the X1 bits. I can just place them here like a door, not sure. It looks like a reinforced door, a vault door, or something like that. Place it here. Cool. In the middle, there are some details with smaller X1 bits. Probably the part where you put the door code. Cool. Like this. Now, I'll take this door, copy it, and paste it here, like this. Let me move it further back. Perfect. And for this one, I can simply take it, rotate it with Ctrl+R, and paste it here. Perfect. I think the 4 rooms look great. Now to set up the camera, just position it here. The camera comes from here and moves to the side until it reaches this one. Okay, we're in the home stretch, and the trailer is almost finished. The next part is Catnap being crushed by Yarnaby, and lastly, the lobby with the televisions where Yarnaby appears for the first time, opening his mouth. The Catnap part is straightforward. Just a corridor with an air conditioner at the end. This is simple stuff. Position a little camera here, like a corridor. Add Catnap here, obviously smaller. Rotate, place here, move a bit forward. He'll walk up to here, then make this animation. Over here, add Yarnaby, also smaller, because Yarnaby will only need his paw since that's all that appears crushing Catnap. Nothing else. So, just like this. When he's further forward, pull this here, move the paw over, and crush. Of course, the camera needs to match what's in the trailer, so it must zoom in at the same time. The scenes are turning out really cool. And now we move to the last one. For the final scenario, I created a circular space where the lobby with the televisions and Yarnaby will be. In this part where the chair is, I'll add a computer, which in this case will be the TV with the eye showing. It's like a red and blue eye. Place it here, and on top, a little Catnap lying down. Cool, like this. There's also a target symbol up here, right? I don't know. This might be some kind of symbol related to Pop PlayTime. If you know what the symbol means, comment below. In this part of the lobby, the scene starts here, and we need to create a camera to show Yarnaby. He will appear behind me exactly there. I know he appears around the 20-second mark. Before that, he's invisible, so we can reduce his size so he doesn't appear. When I turn around with the flashlight, he'll show up in my face. The thing is, when I turn to him, his mouth is closed, but then he opens his mouth and tilts his head. Like this? Cool. He'll open and appear. Before that, nothing. To make this scene, what I'll do is add lighting. I'll be holding a flashlight. To simulate the flashlight, I'll use this. When I hold it, see? Then I just stay in F1, place stuff here, and release the scene. When I release the scene, I can walk over here and such. I'll walk, see the eye on the TV. Jake, but there's no eye on the TV. True, the eye will be added in editing. For now, there's nothing, but later there will be. I'll look here, look to the other side, and then turn back, which is when Yarnaby appears, opening his mouth. That's it. Watch the full trailer and comment on what you think. If you've watched the video this far, I have a question for you. When Pop PlayTime 4 launches, would you like me to do a live stream playing it? Comment below, #live. When it launches, I'll record myself playing here on the channel with you. Bye.